Yeah, there was a ton of friggin' Final Fantasy news that dropped over the weekend. Oh God. Is this whole video a video, or is this video a whole video? Oh God. Well, this is just, you know... Huh. Oh, this is like the trailer stuff with no music. Oh, wow. How weird. It's the trailer elements, but they, you know, obviously don't have all the editing. We've all seen this.
Though your thoughts could be read by any cyborg, initiating preliminary
Chadley stuff. Yeah, we did see these. Some side questicle.
Happens, one of our birds ran off the other day. Wild thing, but still a fine chocobo. If you can manage to find and catch him, then he's yours, free of charge.
You sure?
Yeah, why not? Name's Pico, the hardest-headed bird you'll ever meet, by far.
It's an interesting video. It's obviously new footage.
Aw, isn't he just the cutest?
Cool. This game needs farming and fishing, damn it.
We're looking for Sephiroth. Think you can find him?
Oh, Sephiroth, you see.
A Mako Spring.
We saw all these for sure.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
I've always wondered.
Who's this crazy girl?
How does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier? To put it simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
It's my favorite part of FF7 is the vacuuming scene.
Hey, check it out.
That city they're headed to, is that...
Junar.
The music,
Shimmer
though.
Territory. Come on.
Ready to fire, sir.
Welcome to the New World Order.
CG Rufus. CG crowds. CG Evercrisis guy.
It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge. I'm waiting, Cloud. Get back.
This way.
You said you wanted to be a hero.
Did he? Huh?
Wish I hadn't.
Did he, huh? Did he really?
Materia.
Someone
Did
can tell
he
if we're not.
really?
Be my guest.
Big fat phony. Sorry. Whoa! Oh, footage of this weird ass look. What the hell is this thing called? Yo, 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 yo. Chill, brother. Oh, this is the Quetzalcoatl. Oh, God. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm gonna get canceled. Sick. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Zalem.
Come on.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of new shit in here. So everyone's been waiting for it. Kate Sith HD playable. 4K Kate Sith playable.
On me.
You're up.
Summon animation. Oh shit. Alexander Kujata. Odin. Damn the music, dude. Holy crap. This sizzle reel is wild. Hell yeah, brother. Is that Chocobo Joe? Or Dio? What was his name? I think it was Joe. There is drifting. Of course there is. Oh, this looks way more interactive than it was in the first game. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are these G coins? Is this literally a G-Bike reference, chat? Anybody remember that friggin' game? Yeah, I'm assuming that the arcade minigame is going to be called G-Bike, right? Because they made this game for mobile even before FF7 Remake came out, like way before. And apparently it was kind of cool. It got eventually taken down, but apparently it was kind of neat. It's definitely a G-Bike reference, yeah, for sure. If you know, you know. Okay, so in the old game, this was literally rock, paper, scissors, right? There was no reaction. So I see left hook, right hook, and guard. Yeah, you just guessed and prayed. That's all it was. I'm really curious how this one, if this one's actually going to be like you can counter and stuff like that. I hope it's a little bit more than guess and pray. Where's the basketball hoop though? Where's the netless basketball hoop? God damn it. Where's the crazy sumo guy that I have to arm wrestle? Where is that shit? Oh, there's an actual dodge, yeah. Holy shit. Everyone's, I'm gonna get good at this. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get good at this. Be an FF7 pianist speedrunner.
Welcome to our Moogle Emporium. The Mooglets are having too much fun to come back on their own, so I want you to round them up.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Round up the Mooglets. Jesus, dude. I hope this is really fun, right? I hope that this elicits even half the fun of Triple Triad. If it's half as much fun as Triple Triad, if it's 1.5 Triad, I'm good. I'm good. That's all I need. And if they... here's why I'm confident about that. They turned Fort Condor into an actual really fun minigame from part 1. If nobody played the expansion, if you didn't play the Yuffie DLC... Fort Condor was hella good. I mean, 0.5? Wait, what did I say? I said Triple Triad? If it's half as good as Triple Triad, 1.5? Oh, you guys are thinking of percentages. Oh, shit. I was more thinking of the idea of 1.5 Triad.
Here's where we get our birds and
I hope there's just so much to it.
What races?
The gold saucers, I mean. They're a big deal in our community. Won't find a ranch around here that doesn't compete.
Was that it? Oh no! Yeah, Chocobo Racing actually looks way more in-depth than I thought it would be. Because Chocobo Racing in the old game kind of plays itself. Like, everybody remembers the only way to like really win at Chocobo Racing back in the day is to cheat. And there's a cheat by holding the top buttons, L1, R1, L2, R2, to get infinite boost. And even with that, it's still really hard. Like, it was like the only way. You know what? We haven't seen the roller coaster. We haven't seen the roller coaster. And then the gimmick of the roller coaster to actually shoot the UFO in the end, which is to mash the shit out of the laser to keep the energy at high levels. Oh, the devs said the roller coaster is way better this time around. Where the hell is all this? Where the hell are these interviews at, huh? So we're gonna try to compile some of these things that are in here because, dude, there's just so much information. Hamaguchi and Kitase got to stop talking about stuff. Hamaguchi says that it wouldn't make sense to direct new players to the original FF7 given the state of gaming today. FF7 Rebirth is developed very meticulously, so it won't feel unnatural when you start playing. All the tutorials will be there. We understand that FF7 is a difficult title to get into today, but the game Rebirth is developed meticulously, so you won't feel unnatural when you start playing. All the tutorials will be there. We've created everything carefully, so even a new player can enjoy the game. That's what I kind of noticed of people that liked FF7 Remake. Just off topic, people liked FF7 Remake enough to go back to the old game. Now, and it's not an emulation issue. FF7, the remaster has been available for a long time, since like 2014. So I think that, yeah, it isn't directly necessary, right? It isn't directly necessary. But the nice part is that, like, being exposed to the remake allows people to go back and play the OG and realize how similar or different it is. They say that Zack will play an important role as a major character, and that players should very much look forward to what will be, or what will the world be, how will the world move, and what will the players encounter as they play the game. Players should very much look forward to what will the world be, how will the world, what will the players encounter. Yeah, okay, you get it. He's talking about Zack's involvement in Zack's world that's different than the world of the main characters. How that world operates and what's going on, how it moves is different than the main story, and who you're going to encounter in Zack's world is also completely different. Hamaguchi says that fan feedback is very important to the team, and they'd like to let the fans know that these things do not fall on deaf ears. They appreciate it, and it shows excitement about wanting to play and delve deeper into the FF world. Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear from the first game. Due to Zack's involvement in the game, fans could not help but concoct many theories about how the events in the game will play out. Weirdos, man. They say that they are not in a position to say whether any of this is correct or not, but they always check the pulse of players regarding feedback in the game. I think they should disregard anything these people say. They sound like absolute weirdos. Fan feedback is very important to the team, and they would like to let the fans know that these things do not fall upon deaf ears. They appreciate it and shows a level of excitement. One of these comments about Red 13 riding a chocobo, and it prompted a lot of surprise and fun banter from the fan base. They say that both he and Nomura agreed to this because he thought it was a fun and nice concept. One of the game designers presented this, and we decided to add it to the game. Well, yeah, because it's goofy. Did you know that if you superimpose the visual over Yuffie's OG art, you'll find that Sonon is configured in the same position as the Dachau statue? Really? That's weird. Hamaguchi was asked about that Aerith moment. Fuck, guys, can we chill? Which shockingly many gamers in the original, which shocked me in the original, and if there was some kind of twist regarding that. He says that, you know what? He can confirm that they will deliver a big surprise. Good. Just shut up about it. Kitase and Nomura both say that the part of Final Fantasy VII that left the biggest impression on them was the scene where Tifa goes into Cloud's psychic world and helps him remember what really happened in the past. Yeah, that's the big, like, you know, aha. It's the huge aha part of the entire friggin' game. Hamaguchi says that they aim to enhance the gold saucer by building up the foundation from 14. The gondola has been significantly improved in this version. Players are likely to find it more enjoyable and engaging compared to the previous iteration. Well, no shit. Well, no shit. For surprises in Rebirth, they say, stop talking about surprises. They say it's more about the characters this time. The characters that will make people excited is likely Zack, but he can't say if there will be anything mind-blowing. However, there will be something to look forward to. Okay. The Game Wiki asks, are there any plans to future to combine the 3 parts into one? They say that the team is focused on Rebirth, so they have thought about what will happen in the 3rd part, but their storyline is laid out for each part. Okay. Will the synergy system affect the relationships between characters? They say it might have some influence on character relationships, but it doesn't significantly impact the main storyline. Probably going to be stats and stuff like that. It would appear that the Whispers, deemed to be fate, is the original story of Final Fantasy VII. As such, it would be interesting to see how Cloud and the party's journey unfolds and how they defeat the Whispers and broke into the Barrier of Destiny. Yeah. Nomura believes that 7 isn't just a game series. It's akin to an entire universe, a world in itself. Yeah. Rebirth has been designed so that everyone, even those unfamiliar with Final Fantasy, can enjoy it. Yeah. Rebirth director says the thrilling aspect of 7 Rebirth that they want everyone to eagerly anticipate is the story involving the character Zack. However, he cannot reveal how it is unfolding at this moment. Shut the hell up. Rebirth will not support old save files because they've always intended that the 7 Remake series is in 3 parts and they're standalone. This won't be a part numbers attached to them, similar to X2 and and 13.2. Special bonuses for those who have old save files in the remake. Yes, they give you summons. The characters will not, however, start at level 1. Instead, their levels will correspond to the average level of ordinary players when they leave Midgar, which is around level 20. Yeah, you are about level 20 to 25 when you leave Midgar in the old game. And I did notice that. It seems like, oh, we got up quite a bit of health at this point, even when we were at Junon Harbor. So yes, everything is scaled up a little bit. Obviously, a little bit. The biggest question is, what's the level cap going to be in this one? Is it going to be 75? Because I think the level cap in part 1 was, what, 50? In Rebirth, how big will the location changes that players will visit later be? When compared to the original version, extensive exploration is an advantage in this game. Apart from that, the graphic factor in video games is important nowadays, so every location, such as a grass area, we'll have to make it more detailed as possible in terms of graphics so that environment becomes more natural. And which parts are difficult for the development team to deal with? The difficulty we faced was the world map section, obviously. So if we make it too big, there won't be much players to do. If the world is too narrow, the adventure that players will explore will actually be too few. So determining the definition of world map itself is a challenge for us. It's good that they recognize like the problems of previous games. There is so much like big map areas in 16 and 15 that are just like mostly nothing, man. Like they're large. Some of the bigger map areas in even 16 are pretty big, but goddamn, there's just nothing to do in them. Like, there's not even a reason to fight the monsters, you know, that are in the way. There's really not. Knowing that the developers, like, approached this with a situation that was like, oh, yeah, we need to give you a reason to do stuff, further ties along, like, all the different stuff that other large-scale games from Horizon to, like, the Xenoblade games, what they do with their big environments to incentivize the player to actually want to do shit. 7 Rebirth will be the most important part of the entire game trilogy. Considering that the development team provides very little information about the game, many fans in the community have created various theories. The question is the development team aware of the conversation which has spread everywhere? And how do you react to the theories from fans? Jesus, crazy fan theories again? I really wish that we wouldn't give these people any time of day. If whether that fan theory is true or not, we cannot explain. We as a development team see developments in the condition of fans and the communities on social media, so you could say that what you said there, we really accept it and feel happy about the activeness of fans creating various kinds of theories that are discussed by the community. Okay, yeah. One of the unique things about the contents of 7 is the minigames. Gold Saucer. My question is, are whether minigames that are there will still be maintained? Are there any plans to add minigames? Gold Saucer minigames will still be maintained. However, some, such as snowboarding, are still not accessible considering the storyline in the game includes the Forgotten Capital location. We will include it in the next game. So Forgotten Capital possibly not being moved? The little teases they had at the reunion? Yeah, that's a big one. So the idea that if we do see snow in some way, then they've moved the Forgotten Capital seems like they didn't. And also seems like that the game is not ending at the Northern Crater. No, it's not saying that there's no Forgotten Capital. It means that the events that happen after the Forgotten Capital, which essentially is like the northern part of the planet to the Northern Crater, where a big part of the story stops, right? Where everything in FF7, the OG game, sort of stops. For the question above, we will maintain your extraordinary experience from the impression of the Gold Saucer with lots of minigames. Apart from that, other minigames are not only limited to Gold Saucer. You can also find them in various locations. When side missions, Rebirth is released, Gold Saucer will still maintain many minigames there. Cool. Previously, there was discussion about the Forgotten Capital. As you know, the capital's location is the most historic moment in the series. You know, the moment, Jesus, the moment shocked people. Yeah. What do you think the reaction to that moment's going to be? So the question, and to all the people reading this, you know what moment we can confirm there will be a big surprise. Oh, that's right. That was that answer. So yeah, that's a pretty big detail. The Forgotten Capital might be in the same location, and we do not get snowboarding, much less the Icicle Inn, much less the events after, even though we've seen things like Alexander, we've seen things like Hojo talking about the reunion. So who knows? Moving into the second stage, players are required to push the correct buttons to score points when the commander calls out instructions. In Rebirth, not only does Cloud need to perform well in the parade, he can also make his own party of soldiers and have them join the march. Each combination will deliver a different performance, which adds to the experience that couldn't be done back in the day. The catch, they made it really difficult to master the minigame. When I went on the social networking, there were somebody who commented something like, "Who made this kind of setup?" I got a little angry about it, but I was happy to see that, the director said tongue-in-cheek. Cue laughter from all in attendance. Okay. They made this minigame specifically challenging in this one. It's a blend of old and new that puts Rebirth, just like its predecessor, in a weird space with larger FF7 universe. Naturally, that makes it easier for the game to borrow elements from established canon, such as having having the 3 named Whispers in Remake take after the fighting style of Advent Children. Chances are the upcoming title will feature a similar approach, but until more information is revealed, fans can come back and knowledge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. The talk that the Whispers could be coming back, the talk that, you know, we're not going to be going to the Northern Crater, potentially. Pretty fascinating stuff. I think what I was most attached to is the idea that FF7 Rebirth was going to possibly end at the most dour moment possible. Obviously, Forgotten City events would be the most dour moment possible in FF7. It's not. It gets way lower than that. And it takes about like an hour or two in the old game to get way lower than that. I was hoping that they were going to drop it there, that it was a little bit later and leave you just completely emotionally drained and damaged after the last, like, you know, 10th of this game. Part 3 was essentially going to pick up at the attack on Junon Harbor. Yeah, that would be crazy, because that's another really good introductory sequence to the game with a big cinematic set piece, like all that shit, right? The attack on Junon Harbor from the weapon. But it seems like the other stuff, the snowboarding, all those other things will most likely be included in Part 3 in some way. We'll see. Well, I'm really curious to see how they handle it.